these lower traumas from our roots, from our sacral, healed our solar. Things have happened to us. Things have happened to us all. Things that we have to let go of. But first, we have to understand why it happened. Why did our spirit choose the path that it chose? Why did it choose that family? Why did it choose that situation that happened to you? So it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. It happened for you to grow from. It happened for you to learn something from. And it happened unique for you in the ways that you would need to learn to get to your message and your what you're here to do. Your path, your passions are all wrapped up in the dark side of it. The side that you thought was horrible. The side of your journey that you thought was just hell. Okay, this is where your power is. We have to unleash that power and let spirit take full control. Because who we think we are, have been hidden behind our ego for so long. It's time for us to wake up to the realization that we will never die. Okay? We will never die. Every place that you wake up in your consciousness, whether it's in outer space, doesn't matter. You are there for a reason. And you are there to do some form of work. And you don't go to where you're supposed to be going until you can get that work done. And it's real. So, but that's the truth of the matter. We do not die. There's no such thing as death. We have to stop fearing it. I and my king both have the same type of testimony. We both tried to commit suicide 3 times each. Younger ages. We didn't understand. We didn't understand this world. We didn't understand how it worked. But once you get your hands on the laws of the universe and you start to learn how to manipulate energy with your mind and how to attract and live the life that you want to live, this is when living starts to make a lot of sense. You can't die. So if we were to kill ourselves, we would be back crying, being a baby all over again. And nobody got time for that because we came to do a mission. So we can't. You keep coming back. You hear me? It's like a video game. You keep starting it over until you finish it. Until you get to that final level. Until you beat the game. So don't be scared of nothing. Death was always the top fear for a lot of people, including myself. We can't be scared of nothing. We can't be scared of what we think is going to happen. What happened to someone else, not the same thing that's going to happen to you. Because the thinking patterns are different, and we're letting off different energetic waves as well. We're attracting. Only our spirits know what we came to accomplish, and when we go, your spirit know what it came to do, and it's out of this dimension. Okay? But while we're here, I just want to reassure you all that everything is going to be okay. We are in some times. Only thing that I strongly suggest is that we all, I'm not just going to talk like I'm excluded because I'm doing this work as well. We all must find ways and time to connect with our inner self and to connect with our inner voice, to connect with the part of us that is strongly connected with our spirit, the part of us where we are gods part that's not scared, the part that's not afraid to say, I will do this differently. I'm going to break the generational curses for my family, for myself. We have to connect with that energy. And we also just really, really, really have to connect with our intuitions, because the spirits are talking to us, whether it's an ancestor, your great great, I don't know who. We know it's different. It's different tones going on. We know when we hear something that's unusual for our regular thinking pattern, where it's telling you to do something, but you feel a little scared to do it. You know, listen to that voice. And I don't have to tell anybody what to do, because we all know what to do. We all hear this voice. We all hear it. We all say the same thing. When something happened and you heard it and you ain't listen, what we say? Something told me. Something told me to go that way. What do you think that something is? You think it's outside of yourself? Do you believe in your higher consciousness? Or do you think it's just one thing or multiple things happening at one time? It's just the fact that we need to understand which voice is what. And I'm telling you, you will know by feeling the frequency of a thought. When a thought comes, you will be able to feel whether it's a low frequency thought or a high frequency thought. Low frequency thoughts usually will make you tense up. So I hold a lot of tension in my neck when I'm stressed or anxious. So I'll feel my neck start to tighten up. I'll feel my back start to pop. I'll start doing stuff with my hands, you know. My heart speeds up. That's another thing that could happen if it's a low frequency thought. If you start thinking of something that scares you, like, oh, what if I get kicked out of here? Or what if I can't get a bill paid? What if all those thoughts will speed your heart rate up. And not to mention, when your heartbeat speeds up, that's the best time to manifest something. So you really don't want to be thinking those type of thoughts while your heart is speeding. I mean, that could happen. Shortness of breath, like all the signs of anxiety. If you're starting to feel anxiety, then you have to switch the thought. You are doing that to you. You don't just suffer from some dis-ease or some element. You don't just suffer. The suffering is all started within. We have to get ourselves out of the ways we've taught ourselves to think and perceive things. And know the knowing of which thought is which. Sometimes your thoughts can be your worst enemy. It can get you in some shit. That's not the voice you want to follow. Some of the voices that you hear in there, it ain't the one that you want to follow. The one that's telling you egotistic stuff. You know? These people gotta respect me. I'm gonna walk over there and hit her. Then the voice go kicking in. Yeah, do that shit, because you ain't no bitch ass. Do it. You know then, if a thought will talk you into doing anything that's out of harmony out of harmony of the love that you truly are. If it's not love and if it's not harmony, you make your decision. But the world and the reality, it's 555. But the world and the reality that I choose to live in, I'm following peace. I'm following love, and no matter how hard it might seem, I'm listening no matter how crazy it might seem. My spirit told me that voice that's always right, the one that's always right, has been guiding me for years. It's very rare that I hear something and I don't listen to it. It's been guiding me for years, telling me to leave this place, go to that place, telling me cut these people out, start hanging with them people, telling me when to come with the end. don't go that way. It's real. The same voice. And to this day, it's the reason why I have my hour now. When me and my king, this has been my plan for years to have an RV, but it is ours. The reason why we have our RV now is because it was manifested, and also it was told to me to do it, and I did. I listened. Same deal with leaving my job. 2-year contract in. I know a lot of us find a lot of security in our job and our workplace, but I was told to go. Don't stay. Don't stick around. Something within me that's growing that needs to be spread. I'm going on a journey. And we are going to meet awesome people. We are going to learn some very awesome things. We're going to be able to touch some lives. And the last thing on my mind that I can focus on is money. Because I know, have an understanding that money is energy. And as long as my energy is high, I can continue to heal myself and to guide others to heal within. I will never guide you outside of yourself. I will never tell you that you need me to help heal and grow. We need to come within. There's no answer. There's no question that can't be answered there. There's nothing that can't be done. But it's all in our imagination first, and then we see it here. It's how everything else, that's how we got everything else. Before I got a new car, I pictured it. I dreamed about it. I felt it. I got in the car in my mind and I smelt it. It was already mine in that instant. It just takes the physical world a little longer to catch up with what the imagination is doing. In the imagination world, that stuff is instantly. You just have to feel it. And you have to be happy like it's already here. If you don't have anything, this is the key. And it might sound far-fetched or hard to do. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So it is. It comes with a challenge. But how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to feel good? How bad do you want to be on a high frequency? How bad do you want to live a beautiful, prosperous life? If you want it really bad, you be willing to drop all your ideas of who you think you are. You'll be able to take a deep breath and let go and trust that everything that you want and everything that you need is yours. Anything you could think of is coming to you. But we just have to learn how to train our minds to think in the right ways to think. A new way of thinking. We cannot go through life with fear anymore. We can't go through life with guilt. We can't go through life with the scars from our childhood. I understand. Things happen. The people who's hurt you and harmed you, if they knew any better, if they knew about being on a high, beautiful frequency to get what they want, they would not have ever done anything wrong to you if they knew better. And a lot of us just don't know. So we have to forgive ourselves for the times we didn't know. You have to forgive other people for them not knowing. How much time do we spend with ourselves? And when we are alone, how much of that time are we spending thinking about other people? Or thinking about situations?